Shalom. I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Kudash and Chanikabad Gadwala Rukwab Kwanyam Nawa Washalayakim Nawa, which is double honor to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom Babarakim Labakayam Shayasharala, and that's peace and blessings to the elect of Israel. And as always, to the confusion of faces, meaning those who look like the other nations, but whose spirits resonate with the truth. And I believe and have faith in Yahweh, the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Shai, the only begotten Son. To all of you brothers, no matter how you look, no matter what so-called color of skin you have, if you believe and have the faith, then I want to say peace and blessings to you all. So as you can see, this video topic is going to be, or video rather, is going to be entitled The Great Quake. And through the spirit, this topic came to me because of we were going through this topic at camp yesterday, and I just wanted to bring out a few more precepts just to go into more about this great quake. So this is the book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 18, and it says, "And there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great quake. And there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth, so mighty an earthquake and so great." So at some point, there's going to be a great earthquake that was not since men were upon the earth. There's going to be an earthquake coming to this whole entire world, not just America, but into this whole entire world, that the earth, that men, nobody has ever seen, ever felt. Now, how is this earthquake going to happen? Because this is biblical prophecy right here. Well, let's go to the book of Isaiah, the 24th chapter, just to start off first here, because Isaiah and John, through the Spirit, saw the same exact thing. And this is what he said about this great earthquake. Isaiah chapter 24, verse 20. "The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard." Now, we all understand and we know someone who's super intoxicated, someone who is really super drunk, they can't walk in a straight line. They have no sense of balance. You see, so that's why the cop, when he pulls you over and he thinks you're drinking and driving, what does he say? Walk in a straight line, right? Like you're on a tightrope. Because what is a drunkard going to do? They're going to reel to and fro. They're going to sway back and forth, and they're going to shake back and forth. So Isaiah was saying through the Spirit, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. It's going to shake to and fro like a drunkard. Let me finish it out, then I'm going to get into some Hebrew. "The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage." So the earth is going to shake like a drunkard, like someone who's drunk, right? Imbalanced. "And the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again." So let's do this. The earth shall reel to and fro. We're going to look up that word reel. Okay? The earth shall reel. And what does it say? We have a nawai. That's a na, wa, and a I. And the wa and the I are going to be connected, and it's pronounced nawai. Nawai, for real. And what does it say? Outline of biblical usage: to quiver, totter, to shake. You see? When it says reel, it basically means to shake. To quiver, totter, shake, reel, stagger, wander, move, sift, to make move. Now, what's going to make this earth quiver or totter or shake? Or what's going to make the earth move? Because it's going to be a great earthquake. You see, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. So Isaiah and John saw the same exact thing, because that's what happens when an earthquake arises. The earth quakes. The earth shakes. It moves back and forth. So now what we're going to do is jump over to the book of Joel, the 2nd chapter, or matter of fact, in the Hebrew, that's Yahweh Allah, which means He is of the Most High, Yahweh Allah, or He is of the power, if you will. So now this is the book of Joel, chapter 2, and I'm going to start reading at verse 7. Now, when you actually start at the very top, this is actually talking about the day of the Lord, and then around verse 2 or even 3 maybe, it starts talking about the missiles, but it's all codified. It's a metaphor, an analogy, if you will. It's a similitude, making all these comparisons as you read this chapter. All these comparisons are basically a similitude for the nuclear missiles. Now, how do we know that? Let's start right here, verse 7. I'm just going to jump right into it. Joel 2, verse 7. Or Yahweh Allah 2, verse 7. It says, they shall run. I'm going to start here, verse 5. It says, like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap. Notice it says, like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble. You see, all a metaphor for these nuclear missiles that are going to come from various nations such as Russia, China, and Iran, just to name a few. Alright, it says, as a strong people set in battle array. All three of those phrases, if you will, was all three metaphors talking about the nuclear missiles. Verse 6 says, before their face the people shall be much pain. All faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men. You see now another metaphor, a different metaphor, talking about these nuclear missiles. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Why? Because the Spirit of the Lord is going to be guiding these missiles. Verse 8 says, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, what does it mean when they fall upon the sword? When these nuclear missiles fall upon the sword, or aka talking about the nuclear or the missile defense system, Salakia, the sword is talking about the missile defense system. It says, when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. You see, they're not going to be wounded by these nuclear defense defense systems. Missile defense systems. Okay, why is that? Once again, because this is all biblical prophecy. The Spirit of the Lord is going to be guiding these missiles. They're not going to break their rank. They're not going to miss. They're not going to thrust through one another. And they are going to reach their destination, which is America, aka Babylon the Great in the scriptures. Now verse 9 says, they shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run up upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. So they're going to destroy everything in its path. Everything that these missiles land upon, they're going to completely and utterly destroy it. And we're looking forward to this. Why? Because we understand that all these things need to happen. All these prophecies need to happen in order for the kingdom of Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. We understand that all these prophecies need to happen before he comes back and before his everlasting kingdom is established here on earth. I'm going to read that again. Verse 9, it says, they shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. Now this is the point. Verse 10 says, the earth shall quake before them. You see? So that's what's going to cause this great earthquake that never was since there was man on earth. The greatest earthquake that's coming ever is going to be caused by these nuclear missiles. It says, verse 10, Joel 2, verse 10, the earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. That's not talking about the actual heavens where Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is. That's talking about the skies, if you will. The sky with stars, the moon, the constellations, that's what it's talking about. It says the heavens shall tremble, because that's where they're going to enter in first. They're going to enter into the skies, into the heavens, and then they fall down upon their destination. That's how a nuclear missile, or that's its trajectory. Okay, almost like a rainbow. It says, the earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark. That's talking about literally and figuratively, because there's going to be no more wisdom in the streets by then. And the stars shall withdraw their shining. Now let's look at that word quake. It says, the earth shall quake before them. Click it interlinear. The earth shall quake before them. What is them? The missiles. Now for quake, we have the Hebrew word ragaz. You have a ra, ga, and a za, and once again the ga and the za is connected, so it's going to be pronounced ragaz. All right, ragaz for shake, or I'm sorry, Salakia. What is that word? Yep, shall quake. All right, the earth shall quake, ragaz. And what does it say? Tremble, quake, rage, quiver. We're seeing sort of the same words as last time, right? Tremble, quake, rage, quiver, be agitated, or be excited, and be perturbed. Perturbed. Not sure of that word. I've never seen that before. Why not look it up? It says to cause, to be worried or upset, disquiet, to throw into confusion. Exactly. Matter of fact, that's what Babylon means in itself. The word Babylon, when you break it down, means a land of confusion. And these missiles are going to throw this world, matter of fact, it's going to throw America into more confusion. That's why it's going to be utterly destroyed. It's going to be shaking. Matter of fact, someone that's confused, isn't that what they do? They shake and they wander back and forth, to and fro. Alright? So the earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble. So now, as you can see, that's what's going to cause the earth, or matter of fact, that great earthquake that we read about in the book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 18. Alright, that great earthquake is going to happen by these nuclear missiles. And all of this is biblical prophecy once again. You know, people may think we're crazy for wanting these things to happen, but as a matter of fact, we're not, because as long as you're doing the work, the scriptures say, he that endureth until the end, meaning he that holds the faith until the end, the same shall be saved. That's why it says in the book of Sirach, the 5th chapter, I believe it's Sirach 5 and 6, I believe it says, mercy and wrath both come from Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, because this destruction is going to be the salvation of the elect out of the nation of Israel. At the same time that this world is going to be destroyed, more specifically America, Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed. At that very same time, it's going to be the salvation of the elect out of the nation of Israel. And you see, the elect are going to be witnessing the prophecies. They're not going to be a part of the prophecies. They're not going to be on earth during this earthquake, during this great quake. So this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 26, verse 20, and it says, come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers. What is that talking about? What are we going to be entering in? Well, we're going to be entering into the chariots. The chariots are what's going to save the elect. That's why this next great salvation is going to be greater than when the Lord previously saved us out of the land of Egypt. It's going to be a greater deliverance, as it's written, than when the Lord delivered us out of the land of Egypt. So it says, come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, enter into the chariots, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. What's the indignation? That's when the Lord destroys America by nuclear missiles and causes that great earthquake. You see? That's the indignation. And that's why we understand that this is talking about the chariots, because that's the only way that the elect are going to be saved. We have to be above the firmament. We have to be in the outer space, in the heavens. And we're going to be watching it. So now, the last scripture through the Spirit, I'm going to get the book of, not Tev, but Revelation, chapter 15. And this is verse 2, right to the point. Because Isaiah, which is what we just read, Isaiah 26, verse 20, once again, had the same kind of envision as John saw right here in the book of Revelation, the 15th chapter. But of course, it was explained a little bit differently through the Spirit. But it's the same exact thing. Revelation 15, verse 2. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire. Why is it a sea of glass mingled with fire? Because this is talking about the elect in those chariots, in the Lord's chamber, in those chariots. And those chariots are going to be above the firmament, which is a zone. It's an outer zone in the atmosphere, in the heavens, in space, if you will. And I saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire, because the elect are going to be once again saved from this nuclear destruction. They're going to be saved by and in the chariots that are going to be above the firmament, and they're going to be looking down, because once the nuclear bombs, the missiles, hit America and other different places around the world, other countries around the world, like parts of Russia and parts of Iran, or not Iran, but yeah, Iran. I meant to say Israel, though. more specifically, because just like America, Israel is going to be completely and utterly destroyed as well. But once these nuclear missiles destroy America and Israel, then the fire and the smoke is going to ascend. It's going to ascend up into what's called a mushroom cloud, that fire and that smoke. And that's why the elect, and really John right here in Revelation 15 verse 2, he's looking down and he's describing this whole entire revelation, this whole entire vision, there we go, as a sea of glass, because the smoke is not going to be able to come past that firmament. That's why he said it's a sea of glass, because he could see through. And the elect are going to be able to see through that firmament. And we're going to witness the destruction of America and the fire and the smoke ascending up to the firmament and then stopping there. Okay? So once again, I'm going to read it and finish it out. Revelation 15 verse 2. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast. You see, talking about the elect in those chariots. Okay? In the chariots or in the chambers of the Lord. And them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High. You see? So that's what's going to cause this great earthquake. It's going to be the nuclear missiles that are going to destroy America, that are also going to destroy Israel and other parts of different countries around the globe. And once again, all of that is biblical prophecy, and we are looking forward to that because it's going to be the salvation also of the elect. All right? So I pray that this was edifying, and I want to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash, and double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.